Well, a very basic example. In Estonia, e-health system has existed for more than a decade. Now, the only thing we needed to change when the pandemic started was we added a button by which people could start their own sick leave. They didn't have to go and clog doctors' offices. They didn't have to go and contaminate with COVID these doctors' offices. Doctors got notified, they called back, sent people directly to testing centers. And this way, a lot of administrative burden, which requires physical presence, was avoided. And in this COVID pandemic, of course, avoiding physical presence in the same room with other people is all important. So that was what helped us. Also, let's take e-school. E-school system where parents, teachers and children exchanged information about what needs to be done, who is progressing in which way. This was always in place. Now, all what was added was teachers started to tell children into which digital window to appear for the lesson. A change, I admit, but not a big change. Just a couple of examples, for example.
Has it been a benefit or a hindrance having to work within the EU infrastructure and regulations when it comes to the use of personal information and data that is required to be kept private for monitoring citizens, their locations, their vaccinations and so forth?
That's my favorite question because it comes up very often. I'm sorry to say to you, GDPR is child's play compared to how tightly regulated is Estonian digital government ecosystem. I mean, of course, state when it approaches its citizens and says, let's do everything online, has to set a few rules. First rule is data, even if it is available from the state's database, still belongs to the citizen, not the government. Government is not allowed to use that data without the specific permission from the citizen. I mean, these are the basic cornerstones of the whole system. Data is not for government to freely use. Only one person, everybody themselves can aggregate all the data from government dispersed databases into one computer. Nobody else can do it. There is no civil servant in Estonia who has, because of their profession, access to anybody's full data set. This is all guaranteed by the law.